congratulations to Bryant Goldstone. Two-time Drag and Drive World Champion winner is at it again, won both groups of Mega Week, and then has now won the overall at Six Summer as well. Dude's an animal. The biggest block party in the whole central Midwest. It's going to be crazy. 300 or 400 cars expected. I mean, R200 are definitely coming through there. The cool thing is we've got a whole area blocked off of town just for us to park and kind of hang out and do all that stuff. You ready? No.
I'm ready.
Hey, he's awake, and that's what matters. Welcome to the episode for 6/21/2025 of the Drag Drive Repeat News presented by Summit Racing. Y'all, today I'm really excited about the show today. One, because Eric's back. You know, listen, I love having Stoney as the de facto co-host on the show. We went nearly 3 hours on episode 110. It was awesome, man. Had Matt Frost on. But listen, when we got our boy, Mr. Eric White, here in the studio, it's awesome. Glad to have you back. I'm glad that we have some guests this morning, dude. We got Ken White and Tom Bagley from across the Atlantic Ocean. They're going to be calling in and talking about Street Weekend UK, talking about the upcoming Street Week Sweden. It's going to be awesome there. And we're going to go over Six Summer winners and Big Sky Race Week winners. And it's just going to be a great show, man. If you'll hit that intro, let's get this thing going.
Yep, let's do it.
Oh, man. Like I said, going to be a great show for the Drag Drive Repeat News presented by Summit Racing for June 21st, 2025. My name is Mike Narks. I'm the host of the news that you're watching now, which is the stats and stories from the Drag and Drive community, and the show, which happens live on Wednesday nights. That is, I'm just going to say long format. I'm not even going to say like 2 hours. I used to say 2 hours, but we've gone well over that a lot of different times. So it is interviews and all that kind of stuff that we do with people from the Drag and Drive community. And then my co-host, a right-hand man, Mr. Eric White. Introduce yourself. Tell them what you got going on.
I am Eric White, co-host of both the show and the news. Do everything Drag Drive Repeat related, photos, artwork, the circuit. Same thing over there. Just got back from Sick Summer, so it's been a long week, but a ton of fun hanging out with Dad for the week.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear some of the stories, man. You know, we lost our dad back in 2020. That really kind of sparked all of this. You know, live life, live it now. And I'm excited to hear the stories about you and your dad. Your dad had never been to some of those tracks, and so we're going to talk about that in the Deech Work segment of the show, as well as all the Six Summer winners. So I'm excited to hear the stories there, man. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, one thing that you guys had to see while you were out there is all your race car friends. Dude, how many folks stopped you guys on the way? How many folks just, had conversations with you? How fun is that to go to an event and then see so many of our race car friends?
Man, it was awesome. So many people came up and knew that Dad was coming with me, so came up, said hi, talked to him all week. Tom and Julie came up and checked on him every day, seeing how he was doing.
Awesome.
So it was a ton of fun talking to everybody there, and I think he enjoyed it as well. I think he realized how much our race car friends mean to us. Like we talk all the time, they're so down to earth. Everybody come up and just chatted with us, and it was a lot of fun. He really enjoyed that.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, guys, we appreciate everybody being here this morning. Hit the share button as we jump in here and do all of this stuff. And then our sponsors, they make all this possible, man. They make trips and equipment and just being able to do this every day, all day. They make this possible. So if you're shopping, if you want to just look at some cool parts or look at stuff, definitely hit these sponsors up. Summit Racing, Deech Works, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams. Big shout out to Luke B. We put the new cam in the old truck the other day and it started, making that post here shortly. JayWire Solutions, WAP Racing, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Chains 3D, Power Tube TV, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk junk, classifieds, and we can't do it without them. And I hope that you guys can't do it without them either. So we'd appreciate that. Summit Racing, obviously being our title sponsor here at the news and show and the circuit, of course, which happens this week. Summit Racing Speed Legacy began in 1968 as a one-man startup and is now the world's speed shop with 4 facilities and 200 plus catalog editions, which your boy right down here has been on the cover of the most recent catalog. Fueling your passion, they save you money, deliver fast, and offer top-notch customer service for more than 1,500 brands, 1,500 brands. Make sure to download the Summit Racing mobile app for easy access to speed parts. Find them on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram for all your social media stuff. They have a great social media team. It's really awesome. Justin Wiedemann and the team over there do an incredible job. From humble origins to the social media lane, Summit Racing stands by your need for speed. Find a store or find all the parts online at summitracing.com. And of course, while you're over there, bro, where's it at? Right there. Look at it. You got to get your Summit branded Drag Driver Pete merch. While you're in there, they got shirts, hoodies, and hats, like the big brim hats that you need to keep your neck from getting sunburned. Go ahead and get you some of that. This is the second best side of Eric at Havlick's race last year. We're going to be back up there again in August, so it's going to be a ton of fun. And then big shout out to Tommy and Chris, our intern Chris Maurer, up there racing in Alec, ALEC, his Panther platform that is actually his road race car. They took it on the Drag and Drive event. They took it on 6 Summer. So super cool. Great shot Eric took here now. Eric is working through more than 6,000 photos from 6 Summer, so he will begin to drop those as he can on the Drag Drive Pete page. But to see all the stuff that he's put out so far, go to Eric White's personal page. Dude, killer photos, bro. Killer photos.
It's been fun. There's been some really good shots that have come, and we'll talk more about it obviously as we get down. But
yeah,
different, little bit different strategy this week than what we normally do, and I think it actually it made for some really cool photos.
Man, I can't wait. I'm really set. When I came home, it wasn't bad coming home, but when I was at home and having to watch that, oh man, it was tough. It was real tough.
Alex here, you look tired, man. I feel like Mega Week was last week, I guess 2 weeks ago, even though there was a week in between. But man, it feels like back-to-back events, and then we got another one coming up. So I'm just shout out to Bang Energy this morning. That's what's keeping me going.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, again, congratulations to Tommy and Chris, and the Summit truck was at 6 Summer, so appreciate them coming out supporting all the community like that.
They sold out of big brim hats again, second event in a row.
Yeah, on day 0. So
on day 0.
He said they basically wiped out the warehouse on of Drag Driver Pete big brim hats for when they left Ohio. So it's pretty cool.
And I didn't get to check with them on Friday morning, but Friday morning it was raining and it was chilly, and I was like, hopefully they sell some hoodies this morning. But what was wild was that was probably, I don't know, I think it was like 9:30 or so, cold, windy, rainy. By 11:30, 12 o'clock, it was hotter than crap out there. So it was like
steamy.
If somebody bought a hoodie by that time, they didn't need it anymore.
Right. We'll do Josh McAllister's question here in just a minute. Want to give everybody an update on Drag Driver Pete. Dude, it's been absolutely crazy. We crossed 100,000 total followers on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram just the other day. I think it was like Tuesday of this week. So I want to say thank you to everybody that took that time to hit that follow button or subscribe button wherever you're watching this. Thank you so much for doing that. I feel like that's a milestone. It's just huge, man. It's really huge. We're above 10,000 followers on just about everything. So us preaching, like to quote Wes Buck, us preaching the gospel of Drag and Drive is that's, man, it's working. It's working. We're telling more and more people about it all the time. And then congratulations to Bryant Goldstone, 2-time Drag and Drive World Champion winner, is at it again, won both groups of Mega Week, and then has now won the overall at 6 Summer as well. Dude's an animal. He missed the we'll talk about it in a minute. He missed the record by just a little bit to reset it. All right, the circuit 2025. First off, let's talk about Josh McAllister's question here. It says, are all the races at Tulsa Raceway Park? Friday, we are going to do, so Thursday, we've opened up tech to everyone who wants to. I refunded all the VIP tech. We've opened it to anyone that wants to come on Thursday. While you're there on Thursday, there will be testing for Funny Car Chaos. So that'll be kind of a cool thing. Like, come hang out. We're doing that noon to 4. Okay, so we're gonna come in the back gate. We're gonna do some tech with our buddy Sean Fling and his whole family. Tara Fling, Matt, and Michael will both be there, or all be there. And we're headlights, taillights, blinkers, horn, and then Sean's gonna do our tech. Okay, so 12 to 4, we're gonna do that. We're gonna party Thursday night in a racer pre-party. This is like this has become a thing for us, man. I love this. I get anxious and excited just thinking about it because it's really used to. It was the last opportunity opportunity for you to have a good meal. We're taking care of that this year. We're going to do a lot better. We're going to feed you quite a bit this year. But that's Thursday, 12 to 4, racer party. Thursday night, 6 to 9. Friday morning, beginning at probably 8 a.m. or as early as Sean wants. We're going to do tech till around noon. Okay, I say around noon because if you're going to be a few minutes late, I'm okay with that. But listen, I really want to get that stuff knocked out and get on the road so we can get set up in Galena, Kansas for Friday night. Okay, so we are not racing Friday because of Funny Car Chaos at Tulsa Raceway Park. So Friday we will not race. Friday morning, 8 to noonish, something like that. We're going to do tech. Friday night, the biggest block party in the whole central Midwest. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. 300 or 400 cars expected. I mean, R200 are definitely coming through there. The cool thing is we've got a whole area blocked off of town just for us to park and kind of hang out and do all that stuff. That's happening Friday night. Josh Rich and John Ketch are hosting a 32 car shootout at Mocan that starts at 6 p.m. So block party starts at 4, racing starts at 6 p.m., runs until whenever they're done with the shootout. You do have to stop in Galena as the route stop. Okay. It's mandatory to stop there. It's not mandatory to hang out for the block party. It is mandatory to stop at Gearhead Curios. When you do that, you're right there. Why not just go ahead and have some fun, hang out for a little bit, and then go do some racing if you want to. For the top 32 cars, there's going to be a practice tree tournament. There's going to be valve cover drag racing, which I still have to build mine. There's going to be belt sander races put on by Gearhead Curios. The valve cover races put on by Hot Rod Hangout and Speed Shop. It's going to be crazy. Block party is going to be absolutely crazy. And then Saturday we race at Mocan. Saturday night we party back in Tulsa. Man, we've packed this too busy. Saturday night we're back in Tulsa for the racer party, and then Sunday we are racing at Tulsa Raceway Park. And listen, if you ever wanted to set a PB, Sunday morning is going to be the time because we are going to have the prep left over from Funny Car Chaos. Those cars are putting down 5, 6, 7,000 horsepower and need all the traction they can get. That's when you're going to set your PB. So be ready for Sunday. It's going to be absolutely insane. And when we drive out of there on Friday, we're going to drive right down through the middle of all those race cars with our street cars. So I can't wait. Let's see. Carter Snell, if we plan on showing up as a waitlister to get in, do we need to bring cash to pay the entry fee? Yes, it would be easiest just because then I don't have a point of sale system for all the stuff. So it would be easiest to do that. We can do it through Venmo or PayPal or whatever you want to on that as well, if that's not something that you want to do with the cash. So anyways, yes, you can do that. And this may be the last year we can do this, but I will take anybody that shows up day of, just like Drag Week does, just like Rocky Mountain Race Week does. So we're going to try our absolute best to take everybody this year. It may absolutely bite me in the butt, which I hope it does, because that means there's going to be more drag and drive racers that are out there. So that is your Circuit 2025 updates. All right, let's get rolling, man. The block party, dude, it's going to be absolutely insane. And then, Friday night, there's a late night snack at Waffle House, dude. All right, Driven Racing Oil, sir. Lead us into that part, man.
All right. Again, thank you to all of our race car friends, everybody that came up and talked to Dad and I at Six Summer. Again, everybody that I talked to at Mega Week, which was just like a week ago as well. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. It's been awesome. We can't do it without you guys, so thank you very much. And thank you to our sponsors, Summit Racing, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cam, JayWire Solution, WAF Racing, Performer-Built Transmissions, Car Chain 3D, PowerTube TV, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk Classifieds. Thank you guys. We can't do it without you as well.
Yep. All right, guys. We'll see you on Wednesday night for episode 111 before we kick off the circuit the next morning.
All right. See you guys.
And then our sponsors, they make all this possible, man. They make trips and equipment and just being able to do this every day, all day. They make this possible. So if you're shopping, if you want to just look at some cool parts or look at stuff, definitely hit these sponsors up. Summit Racing, Deechworks, Molly Motorsports, Driven Racing Oil, Howard's Cams. Big shout out to Luke B. We put the new cam in the old truck the other day and it started, making that post here shortly. JayWire Solutions, WAF Racing, Performer Built Transmissions, Car Chains 3D, PowerTube TV, Sweet Patina, and Racing Junk Classifieds. And we can't do it without them. And I hope that you guys can't do it without them either. So we'd appreciate that.